Hello everyone, a warm welcome to official interactive session of chess. Chemdarshan. This is Ananya Pal from Team Chess NIT Durgapur, and we are here to have a chat with one of our esteemed alumni who happens to have graduated from my alma mater in 2023 and has grabbed a remarkable placement in TCS, which is a global leader in IT services. So without any further ado, let us introduce Ms. Swagata Laxmi Sengupta to share her experience with us. Congratulations, Dee, on a valuable achievement, and we are really pleased today to have you here. And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. So how are you all? How is the college and everything?
It's going good, Dee. Fine.
That's great.
So Dee, now we'll proceed with the questions, and I'll hand over the narrative to Enbarla.
What is the dual degree and what are the advantages and disadvantages of pursuing a dual degree course? That's my question.
Uh, so dual degree program that is offered by NIT Durgapur in chemical engineering that basically allows you to do your bachelor's as well as master's together in within a span of 5 years. Otherwise, if you are doing it, would have taken you a 4 years of bachelor's degree course, and then you would have to take admission into any college, and then it would have been 2 years more. So this what this program gives you is that they will allow you to continue your studies here only in the same college, and you can complete your post grad in 5 years. So basically, what we had is during the fourth year, we were supposed to have some classes with the MTech students. Like during the fourth year, we had both bachelor's subjects as well, which they were teaching the BTech students as well as the MTech subjects also. So that way we did, and fifth year it was completely with the MTech students. So this is what the dual degree program here is, which most of the people do get confused. Like sometimes I have faced this question a lot. If I say somebody I did a dual degree, they will ask, okay, so you had two majors. It's not that. I just did the bachelor's and master's together in 5 years instead of six. So that's it.
So Dee, can you briefly discuss the curriculum of the dual degree program? Like what are the extra subjects, projects, seminars, lab assist, and other things?
Okay. So curriculum, what we had is in the first year, it was a common subjects for all of us, like the whole batch, including all the BTech students, the MSc also, the integrated MSc, whatever they have. So that, and we used to, we were just randomly allotted into different sections, and then we used to have a same class together. So first time, I think so, I had that. Physics chemistry wala semester. So there we had physics chemistry biology all this. No, not biology was in my second sem. So physics chemistry maths all these things, mechanical engineering all these subjects. And then in my second along with the labs, second sem was those electronics electrical something like that. And from the second year onwards, we started classes with our respective branches. So for basically for the dual degree, what it was like second and third year, we completely had the classes with your with my BTech friends. Like all of us would sit together and have the classes, whatever the subjects were. And then in my fourth year, that is the seventh sem, I had one subject with the MTech students, and that was, I think, so something mathematics related something. I don't remember the name exactly. So it was advanced computational mathematics like
Okay.
that. So this so what it was like, we had that with the MTech first year students, like 2021 admission batch. I was in 2023, so 2021 admission batch students. We would have this only one subject, and along with that, in the eighth sem, there were, I guess, three subjects together. We didn't have any lab classes as such with them. The MTech students would have some basic labs. We didn't have. We had all those with the BTech students only. And your in my eighth sem, the subjects were those advanced transport phenomena, advanced thermodynamics, and another optional subject which was non-conventional energy. So these three were there, and like your internship presentation was along with the BTech students only in third year, and eighth sem, the BTech students, I think so, they have to present, give some the final year presentation, something like that. the thesis submission, whatever it is there. But for our case, we didn't have that during that time. We had just to, we were supposed to give a report. It's nothing, no presentation, nothing. And during my ninth sem, it was, we were having classes with the, again, first year MTech students who were in 2022 admission batch, those. So it was two subjects like that. And that time, since I used to get the stipend,
Yes.
so actually I had to take the lab classes of like two lab classes of the second year batch then. Otherwise, we didn't have labs as such, but project work the whole day. Eighth final sem, that is your 10th sem, was totally project. And maybe had a project presentation in the ninth sem also, and final sem presentation. And our grand viva was in the final sem. Like for the BTech, it was in the eighth sem, but we three of us had it separately in the end of the 10th sem. So that is it. All the subjects except, I guess, say three here, four, five, six subjects extra. But that's it. That was it.
Okay.
As as we all know that Didi, you are placed in TCS Digital, right? Our viewers want to know about that. After doing the MTech, why didn't you go for the PhD? That's
Uh, when I had joined this college, I really wanted to do a PhD. That is the reason why I had taken this course. Like I could, instead of all the other whatever the courses they were offering here, I actually wanted to do a PhD, and that is why I thought I would be saving my 1 year and get a PhD early. And let's better let me take a dual degree course here. But within time, I say maybe I would not say that I lost interest, but I found like during the COVID time, what happened, we were sitting at home. So basically, we were not that much exposed to chemical engineering that we would say like we were just sitting at home with computers. So I was like more focused on the IT and all stuff. So I thought that, okay, let me try my luck here. PhD can wait. Maybe if I do not like it, I can always join a PhD later on. So that's why.
So the about projects, as I earlier mentioned that dual degree students have extra subjects. So can you tell us when a student should start working on projects and how to manage time?
I would say that entirely depends on you. First year, it's basically you should not be into so much. Like it's better if you enjoy the college life in first year, because after that you will already be stuck with so much of assignments, lab work, this, that, etc. So many things. So second year onwards, you can start, but it's not that you have to have five, six projects or do a lot of things to get into a good company, or maybe for higher studies. A decent two or three projects, or maybe one also, if it is like a good one, will do. So like I would say, don't run that for doing projects. It's better if you can clear your basics first, then go for projects. You can start anytime. Like the professors will always help you all and guide you to do any project. But the thing is, just don't think that if you have done a project, that means your skill set is enhanced or something like that. Because if you are once going to the core companies, they're not going to ask you how you did that. Like say I did a project on biodiesel, so obviously they're not going to ask me how I created that biodiesel or what or something like that. They're going to ask me some basic details, like if there is some transesterification or reaction, something like that. Maybe probably they're going to ask me what the reaction is, why we are doing this reaction, or not something else. So questions will be like this. So it's better, like more than focusing on projects. If it is like if you are planning to go for core companies and stuff, it's better if you know the basics first clearly and then go for a project instead of just jumping into into doing a project in your second, third year. Like, or else if you want to go for an IT company or something, in that case you have to have a portfolio. It's not that you have campus placement, obviously you will get one, but it's better in that case if you have some projects to show, like you have a portfolio, that would be better. But for core companies, it's, I would say it's much better to clear your core concepts than to just jump into doing some project, because that do take a lot of time. Like you have to spend a lot of time in that case you can just sit and study much better.
Yes, Dee, surely. Uh, Dee, can you like specify like which topics like on which topics we should focus more related to projects?
It depends on the professors or your interest, like whatever you have. I did one in biodiesel some during my second year. After that, I was under SD ma'am. So there she was working with algae and wastewater treatment using algal biomass and all those things. So basically, my project was on that. And I had also, so you can actually like it depends on your interest. Like all the topics are important. It this is depends. Somebody might need wastewater treatment. Somebody on the other hand might need some computational things to be done. So there is nothing specific about it that only if you have some projects in this topic you will land up somewhere else you won't. So it's not there. Just is what a project is. Just you can add something to your resume because you all are freshers, so, but other than that, do not focus on that way. But if you are like, if you're genuinely interested in some topic, then obviously you should try contacting somebody who is working on that. And then maybe if you want to do some higher studies or go there in that same field, then obviously you should try it. Otherwise, just try your luck and see whatever suits you, wherever you find your interest.
We know that you have cleared the GATE and CAT exam both. So how did you manage college studies while preparing for those exams? And also how to prepare for GATE and CAT?
Uh, Clearing the exams and topping the exams are very different things. Clearing the exam is very easy. Everyone can do that. So, like, I basically didn't do much for that. I just sat for the exams because all of my friends were giving the exams. And if you are decent enough in studies, you can easily clear GATE. Clearing GATE is very easy. But in chemical, if you have to get into a PSU or something like that, that case you need to get in single or double digit ranks. So for that, you really need to work hard, maybe practice some questions. So 6 months or 7 months, 1 year is more than enough because all of my friends were doing who had studied for 1 year or so. They could easily get a very good marks within 100, rank within 100. But to clear the exams, if you are just good in studies, you will clear the exams. That is very easy. Apti and maths, if you can do that, only carries a lot of like almost
Yes,
towards the cutoff mark, and a few questions from chemical engineering here and there. And for CAT, it's basically all active questions are there. You have a English section and verbal ability and mathematics. Verbal ability is English section. You have a logical reasoning one, and another one is your quant mathematics section. So for CAT, like you have to practice aptitude a lot. But if you are probably will be giving it in your fourth year, so if you are actually practicing aptitude for your placement, then a little bit on the CAT aptitudes or questions are a little bit on the higher side. So if you are like practicing nicely, probably you will clear it like 90s. You will get in 90s. You can easily get some newer IMs. But for if you want to go into a good IM like the top ones ABC, so for that you have to practice. Best thing is uh, you have to practice from question banks and all because during CAT it's a matter of your speed, and that because they give you a lot of questions and the time limit is only I think so 40 minutes per section. So if you spend too much time, then you won't be able to, and they don't let you navigate back to the section. So you have
yes,
to
Dee.
be clear about it. So that's what. Like if you are a no decent enough, you can easily crack like clear gate. But if you want to get into a PSU or something, I would suggest like take a year
Yes.
and start studying. Maybe in the beginning of your third semester exams. So you almost have like the your first semester grades. So you almost have like 8 9 months. That would be more than enough if you keep practicing. And you should remember the formulas because that is like very important. Most of the people forget it there at the exam time.
Okay,
Didi,
Dee.
there will be separate certificates for BTech and MTech or single certificate for dual degree program.
As far as I have heard from my seniors, they got two certificates during their convocation. So it was bachelor's of degree under the dual degree program or as a part of dual degree program, something like that, and another one masters of chemical engineering under something like that. For my case, I didn't get my certificates yet, so the convo is yet to occur. I'll have to see what they gave us. But the professional certificate that I got, it was only a single certificate, like dual degree in chemical engineering. That was it. Now the once the convo is
Did you get any stipend in your fifth
Oh,
year?
yeah, I used to get that
uh,
gate stipend.
uh,
Hmm.
am I
And
audible now?
if any conditions are there, you can just tell me. Conditions
Conditions
for
as in,
getting the stipend.
okay. So basically, this is the government stipend that every MTech students get, qualified MTech students get. So what happened here in NIT, they allow it for the dual degree students also for their fifth year. And for my case, the criteria was in our time we were supposed to either or, like not both, either of them will do. So we were supposed to either qualify GATE or have a 8 pointer CGPA, yeah, 8 pointer CGPA without any backlogs or supply. I'm not sure of this backlogs or supply, but like without failing anything. So I am not sure if it was backlogs or it was supply. But 8 pointer CGPA was there or GATE qualified. So either of them will do. For during our time it was this. So you would get it like the from the beginning of your ninth sem till the last date of your college. So, and for that, we were supposed to stay in the lab for a long time, like the whole time. And we were also supposed to take some sessional classes for the juniors.
What are the on-campus opportunities are in our college, and in your fourth year, what are the companies that are came in your final year?
For in my fourth year, we were allowed to sit for internships, but unfortunately, not a single company came that allowed dual degree students for the internships. So it was like we were allowed, but we were not given any opportunity. So that was done. Third year also, I think so. We were allowed in Saint Gobens along with the BTech students, but it was the COVID time or something. They took the exam, they shortlisted some students, and then they never took the interview for any of them. So that way it was and there were no other companies there. And for the final year placements, what happened actually there were we three of us were there. So one of my friend, like he had already removed his name from the placement list, so he got a job outside, like off campus. So he was not interested in college placements. So we were only two of us, and TCS came in the first like before even the classes began. So it was in June something, and by July end we had got our results. And so what CDC did is, CDC, we got the results, like TCS had mailed us all these things that you are selected and all. But CDC did that, they had not declared the results. So till that time, till the CDC declares the results, we was allowed to sit for other companies. And but what happened during that time, I think so, Berger Paints had come. But Berger Paints had come, it was offering for a marketing position, if I am not wrong. And also, there was another company, I forgot the name, it's a logistics company, Blackbuck. It had Blackbuck was there, and a nation with Namo, something like that. It was also there. So this was in August, and after that they had declared the results. So we were not. The other guy with me also in duality, he was also placed in TCS. So both of us were not allowed to sit for any other companies as per the placement procedures. I mean the placement rules. So after that, maybe the companies they had allowed dual degree, but we were not allowed because as per the your college rules, it should be like more than 1.5 times the salary. So I don't think so. Any company with offering that much of package ever after that ever came. So mostly it was closed for the dual degree students. You might have come here and there like Accenture and Oracle, but we were not allowed. We were not eligible for that because of the results are already declared. After that, I think so. PSU. Nah, PSU did not allow dual degree. EIL had come, we had asked a lot of times, but they were only asking for BTech or proper BTechs and proper MTech students. That's it.
Didi, can you briefly tell us about the TCS digital placement procedure?
Okay, this was an on-campus round. I mean, this was an on-campus opportunity for us. What they did is we had to fill up the form, and after that, they had given us this one option, like if you want to give for uh, online, if you want to give the exam online or offline. All of us had chosen online, but all of us got offline. So we had to go to this TCS center in this place. Where is it? Asansol. TCS Iron Center in Asansol, and then actually it was compulsory for all of us to sit for the exam. TCS
Uh-huh.
exam, because there is some kind they have some kind of high priority institution or something like that, for which they ask all the students to sit for it, at least register for it. So basically, I didn't actually think I would sit for the company or something, but it was made compulsory. So I gave the form, like I filled up the form, and so I filled up the form, and then it was like they had asked me to visit TCS Iron Asansol to give the
Uh-huh.
exam. So it was there like some aptitude and coding round questions.
Mhm.
Apti was there were lot of aptitude questions, and time was also less. And there were two coding questions, two
Uh-huh.
coding questions with your one easy and the other one difficult. And after that, maybe
Uh-huh.
after 2 3 weeks, they had declared the results. So your 100 students were shortlisted for the interview, out of which maybe on the basis of marks, there should be basis of marks. Your top 80 students were selected for the this thing for the Ninja profile, and then and the 20 students were selected for this your digital profile from all the exam, those who had given the exam. And what happened in my case is I got the selection, like interview selection mail one day, that okay, congratulations, you are selected, and tomorrow morning is your interview. So I got it this way. Maybe for the others, they had some time before the interview and everything.
Mhm.
And so next day was my interview, and there were some like three of them were sitting there together, and then as no, we got the results after like a week or so. Not a week, 2 3 weeks, maybe after 2 3 weeks. Four of us, I think so. Four of us were selected for this.
Out of Didi, out of.
20 were there for
Mhm.
this digital profile. I am not sure about the Ninja one. I have to see that.
Mhm. Actually, my next question is that Didi, what's the difference between a TCS Digital and TCS Ninja? And then what are the requirements for the to sit for the TCS Digital and TCS Ninja portfolio?
You can set for both the like if your marks is higher, they will select you for the you just apply for the TCS exams, and if your marks is higher, they will be selecting you for the digital profile, which is your systems. The designation we have is of systems engineer. And
Mhm.
if you are a bit lower marks, they will ask you hire you for this the assistant systems engineer, which is your ninja profile. Work
Uh-huh.
wise, it's just the same. Both of
Mhm.
us, like both the systems engineer and the assistant system engineers, they work on the same project, they do the same work exactly. Compensation wise, the monthly pay is all more than double of this thing, the ninja candidates, for the digital one. So that's the difference. Work wise, there is no difference, only compensation wise the difference is there. Also, like what happened is, if you are directly getting into the digital profile, like your if you are getting into TCS as a systems engineer, your this salary is fixed, like it cannot decrease. But once if you get into here as an assistant systems engineer, and like in the Ninja profile, and then they have some exams in it.
Mhm.
So if you that also, like if you clear those exams after once you have got your joining, if you clear
Mhm.
those exams, then also you can get into the digital profile, but that is your subject to your grade, whatever the grade you get during the appraisal time. So if you get a lower point, then this will be cancelled back. But for the digital candidates, it cannot be cancelled back. It's just like it is there. It's your fixed salary which is there. But once if you change it after joining, it might get cancelled back. So that there's no difference in work or anything. It's only the compensation.
So this is how to clear
The
the
decision
app.
is different.
So this is how to clear the aptitude and coding and code test. Didi.
Practice, practice. There is nothing you can do. You have to. TCS never takes your online exams. So you just have to go and give the exam. So there's no way you can do. You can take some unfair advantages of some unfair means. All you can do is practice. That's that. You have to like give the be fast in your calculations because the time limit for the aptitude is like it was very less and there were lot many questions. And one thing they did is they were not allowing us to go back to the previous question. So luckily, I had seen some videos and all about the question paper pattern and everything. So I knew that okay, I cannot go back. So this is my one time. Many of the students they didn't know that they cannot go back, and once they had skipped all, they couldn't go back to the first question, which they thought they might be, which obviously they would have been able to solve it, but they couldn't like go back to it. So that was the thing. You have to be very fast. Coding languages, I think so. They allowed your C, Java, Python, and Java, Python was surely there. I'm not sure. C was also there. I'm not sure if C plus plus was there or not. So yeah, only these four they were there. There was one easy question and one difficult question. But I had seen this like from all those who could solve the difficult question, they were selected for the digital interview. As far as like I have got to know from people, this is not a official information or something like that that it is very sure, but mostly everyone who was selected they could solve it. So that I think so that is you have to solve that maybe because it carried a lot of marks more than the more than double or twice the marks.
Okay, the any suggestion for your juniors who will sit for TCS?
Just keep practicing. There is nothing. If you want to go into your IT, so if you want to go into a software company or like that, you have to practice CP and keep on coding. Otherwise, if you are going for a analyst role or something like that, probably they don't ask that much of coding questions. In that case, there are a lot of like other questions also. Mostly, they will ask you riddles and everything, all these things. And the question pattern is also like that, case studies and all. So you have to practice that. But for software roles, you have to practice coding.
Okay,
Okay,
then
the
tell us about your interview experience.
Interview. Actually, my interview was scheduled very early morning, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, something like that. But it got delayed. Like I was sitting there. It was an online interview, and I was at home, so I was just sitting there for 2 3 hours. And what happened is I fell asleep in between. And then suddenly I see that somebody was calling over the phone that your interview. So because it was scheduled for maybe say 7 or 8 o'clock, I guess, if I'm not wrong now. But the interview, by the time it happened, it was almost 11 o'clock. And what happened is there were three people from their side, technical, managerial, and HR person. So it was three versus one, and they asked us questions one by one, like first the technical part, but they were all in the same place. So for me, first it started with the technical round, which was in that they had asked me to write some code or something like that. I don't remember exactly the question now, but they had asked me to write it and like share my screen and write the code. And after that, there were some basic questions on data structures, all these things, arrays and all. What is the logical questions, not what is something like that. I don't remember a single question now. And there was something like also in some commands for command prompt, like what is the command to do this, that, like that. And after that, I remember they had asked me if I knew Python or not. That time I didn't know much of it, so I just said I know the basics of it. And I don't know why they kept on asking me questions on Python. I said they were just few basic here and there questions, and then they asked me, "Do you know Python?" I said I know a bit of it, but I am not very good in it, like that something. And then they kept on asking me questions on something related to it. But yeah, I was lucky enough that I knew those answers. Probably they got convinced because of this, I think. So that was done, and after that,
Okay.
the HR person, he asked me one question. I remember. Uh, what is more important to you, success or satisfaction? Something like this. So I think so. They were very convinced with the answer, and after that, some here and there normal questions if you're willing to relocate to another place, this that. And the managerial person, he had asked me if something related to like the organization structure of TCS, or what is the slogan? No, no, it's not called slogan. What do you call it? The array that thing. I forgot the name. What do you call it? The tagline of TCS. Yes, I could not tell it then. And also they asked me, do you have any idea what is the employee strength of TCS? Luckily, at that point, I knew it because I was actually searching how many employees are they planning to hire and stuffs like this. And so I knew the number of employee strength, not exactly the rough figure. So I could say that, and he appeared to be like very much convinced that she knows the employee strength here. So that like that this way, and it was like okay for me. And then they told me that was my last question: what is the employee strength here? And then they told me just submit your documents, and that's it.
Okay, Dee. So now coming back to dual degree, is this course good for higher studies or research work?
If you want to do a higher studies, definitely I would say this is obviously a very good course. You are saving, you are like you can do it in a year. And NIT Durgapur is definitely a prestigious institution to do a master's from. And also, like there are IITs now which they allow you to do uh, PhD after just after your graduation, like after BTech. But in that case, it becomes a very hectic for the student. She has to like he or she has to study a lot more subjects. As I have heard from my friends who just went into PhD after their BTech. But once you have this dual degree, you can actually enroll yourself as a you have a MTech degree, na, so you can directly go for a simple PhD, which is accepted everywhere. Also for foreign, if you want to go for foreign PhDs, it is very like it's a good degree to have
Okay.
because some of my seniors were also there. They went to for foreign PhDs because you are getting a year or so. In that case, it allows you to have some good projects or a research paper, something like that, which you can show actually. Not that it's absolutely mandatory, but obviously it gives you a fair advantage over all the other candidates. So that way, it's like it helps you a lot in that case.
Okay, what are the off-campus opportunities given?
Off-campus opportunities. I haven't applied for any off-campus companies now, but yeah, if you are applying for core companies, it's there. You can obviously apply through referrals, something like that, or maybe if you qualify GATE also. There are a lot many PSUs which allow MTech students to apply for. So you are getting your MTech degree, so definitely you can apply once you have got that. But for if you want to go for IT companies, they are a bit doubtful. Probably you will have to face a lot of rejection if you are direct fresher from college and you are if you are direct fresher from college and you are trying to apply for an IT company off campus after your master's in chemical engineering degree. Probably it doesn't like why would they want to take it? But once you have some
Hmm.
experience, then so it's all the same. It doesn't matter. But otherwise, they are a bit dicey, and maybe you have to face a lot of rejections. But for core company, you can easily apply. You will be having a better advantage over your BTech students, BTech friends.
Okay, Didi. Thanks for giving your valuable time, Didi. For sure, this will help to your juniors with their placements.
It was great talking with you all. See you all after a long time.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Didi. As for the viewers, thanks for watching this video. Please do like the video and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe the YouTube channel. If you have any queries, please do let us know in the comment section below. See you guys soon. Team Chess signing off.